It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. It's stream time. Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Good to see you here. How is everybody this weekend? Oh my god, lots and lots of chat going on. And backing his rightful place at number 1 in the live chat spot is Robert Mannix. Good evening, Robert. Good to see you. Congratulations on being back in number 1. Bandy B, number 2. And Cathy Ann giving Rob into trouble for for crying out loud. Rob, give the others a chance. Hey, fair's fair. He's put the effort in, and most weeks he's the number 1 spot. He's got the timing, but we still don't quite know what the timing works out at, because if you post too early, it automatically gets wiped out. So, but Robert is number 1, Bandy B is number 2, and Cathy is number 3. Congratulations to you 3. Robert says, never, the spot is mine. Quite right, Robert. Quite right. You are the number 1 chat master. Rex Havoc, good afternoon, good evening to you. How are you? How do gaming? How do me duck? Looks like we've got to be up at the rack of sparrows to beat Rob to the number 1 slot. Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're up too early, YouTube wipes it out. So we haven't quite worked out yet when the cutoff is. We'll maybe have to go and do some scientific research in this and get some timed comments put in throughout the day to see at what point it gets cut off. Let's see who else is here. Ian Ogg, good evening, barbarians, librarians, and anyone who's an Ian. Okay, that's quite specific. Hello, Ian. Good to see you. How do you say? Taco Bell and 8 pints for tea. Feel sorry for your mates at work tomorrow. Wow. Well, I mean, feel sorry for your mates if because you've had a Taco Bell. Not my favourite whatsoever. 8 pints sounds good. I like the sound of that. Doxy88, Yo Masters of Beer Skill. Hello. Shade, good to see you. Good to see you. Game Labs, good to see you too. I've watched your Friday stream this evening. Friday, it wasn't a case of your stream now being too late for me. It's at that time I was in Hampden Park in Glasgow watching Scotland beat Croatia. Yes! We finally got a win. Yeah, so I had an overnight stay in Glasgow on Friday night, back up on Saturday. And yeah, we definitely had 8 pints for tea and the rest. So yeah, I missed your stream on Friday, but I've caught up with it. Your co-op stream along with Cathy Ann, very entertaining. You were certainly a bit under-leveled for going into the dregs, taking out that abyssal remnant without a thrall to help you fight. I'm assuming it must be that you have to do a certain amount of damage to it before it comes out of the pool and you can get it with the daggers. And yeah, you were definitely struggling to do damage with your bows and your basic hunting bows and arrows. But yeah, good fun. You got there in the end. It was good to see. I was beginning to wonder whether you got to run out of arrows and have to go back through the dungeon to get mats to craft more arrows. But yep, you did it. Well done, the two of you. Griznak, good evening. Frost, good evening. Angelo, good evening to you. How are you? Let's see. 6 badges. Bonsoir, mon ami. Good to see you. Your red wine emoji, of course. Enoch thought he was drunk but not trying hard enough. No, you're going to have to go some to beat Audu, I'm afraid. He knows how to do it properly. Kenneth Brenner, good evening to you. Hobo, the Hobo Gamer's here. I'll say it before, say it again. Everybody check out Hobo Gamer's channel. He's got some excellent both Conan Exiles videos and a whole bunch of No Man's Skies videos as well. So please check out Hobo. Cathy Ann is never getting drunk again. Well, I know a lot of people who tell me that the day after they got really drunk. Funnily enough, they get drunk again. Who else do we have? Still no Xbox patch. Is there a PlayStation patch? Did the PlayStation get the patch? I think it did. I think what they said was they're still waiting for the Microsoft certification, but they didn't want to hold up the other formats any longer than necessary. So they're still waiting for Microsoft to sort out the certification for the Xbox patch. That's the joys of being on console. That you have to wait for both Microsoft and Sony to agree and certify any updates or patches that come out. So it delays the process massively, which is unfortunate, but I guess they're just trying to protect the integrity of their systems. It's what's even more frustrating is that the PC one is already first, but they hold that back until the console one is ready. In my opinion, if a patch is ready, get it out, and then once the certification comes in for the other formats, then you can get them out as quickly as possible. But I don't see why you hold back one format just because the other one isn't ready. Let me see. So Angelo says he doesn't think so. No, so Angelo is an Xbox player. Bulwark, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Great stuff. John Lehman, hello to you. Good to see you. Angelo got roped on Valheim by your Conan crew on Xbox. Still a game that I've not played that much of. I've defeated the first boss, and I've never kind of got into the second zone, and I've kind of never really got any further than that. I do feel it's a game I should play, but what I tend to do is I end up getting meleeed into just chopping down trees to build interesting bases, and end up spending a ton of time chopping down trees and building bases instead of actually getting on with the game. But yeah, I've never got any further other than killing the first boss in that game. Maybe one day we'll play it either on stream or on the channel at some point in time. Because I mean, I do pretty much enjoy it when I do play it, but I don't know what it is about it. They cheated and used the gremlin against you. Ooh. Water and Steel, good to see you. Hello there, good to see you. Enoch saying he got OBS sorted out and they didn't get round to getting a microphone stroke headset. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, at least a microphone is rather important. It's really difficult to... I'm not a fan of YouTube videos that don't have commentary tracks on them. Especially if you're watching the video to learn something, and YouTube is the second highest search engine in the world after Google. If people are looking for something, they'll look for it typically on Google, and that quite often will give you a YouTube video telling you how to do it, or you search for it on YouTube itself. And then if you've got to try and work out what they're doing just by watching them playing without them talking to you and telling you, I'm not a fan of those videos. I tend to skip those videos. So yeah, a microphone is important, just to tell people what you're trying to achieve apart from anything else. Makes it a lot more interesting, I think. But yeah, so you've got OBS sorted out, so that's you. Although you won't have OBS sorted out with the split audio because you don't have a microphone yet. But hopefully you can get that soon and get that going. That'll be great. Tech the Tinkerbot, hello there. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Certainly am, thank you. She's watching something else this week. All right. Troy Kurtz, hi guys, how's it going? How you going, Troy? How are you? Kathy Ann saying we went in with 400 arrows between us, used a few on the way, but left the dungeon with 14. Wow. Yeah, I was thinking, I think when Game Labs you ran out of arrows altogether, and you ended up getting arrows, you were just doing light attacks, and it's like with that limited amount of arrows you probably would have been better doing the heavier attacks to get more damage per arrow before you run out. But hey, it's all a bit of fun and entertainment, as I've just said. I've just seen your comment. Yes, certainly was entertaining. So I think you were level 15 without any thralls when you went into the dungeon. So that is low level and obviously you're struggling on the skeletons due to their high armor and not having a sunder, like a mace or a blunt weapon to do them. So yeah, it was well done for completing that dungeon at such a low level without any thralls and with 14 arrows left. Well done to the both of you. Let me see, what else have we got going? Angelo said last time he got drunk, I teleported between bathrooms. Oh yes, I've heard this story. So Angelo got drunk collapsed in one bathroom, and then he woke up in a different bathroom, and he doesn't know how he got there. Other than teleportery stones, I believe that's the only possible solution it could be. I've had that. I've woken up in the morning and went, where am I? How did I get here? No recollection of how I get there at all. You know, there was a Billy Connolly song about never drinking again. It was called As Usual. Billy Connolly, my hero, Scottish legend. Trip's in the house. Hello, Trip. Good to see you. Trip FDW. Let's see. Monkey Balls is in the house. Good evening, Monkey Balls. Good to see you too. Trip's playing Minecraft. Ooh, there you go. Memory Road. Okay. Kathy Ann's been drunk many times, but after nearly getting alcohol poisoning, I'm done. Ah, see, well, yeah, we've said that. We've all said that. Outdo recommends the HyperX Solocast for a decent, cheap starter. There you go, Ian. That's Outdo's recommendation for you. I started, when I started this channel, I started just using my, I don't even know what make it is. Maybe a Logitech, just the headset that I use for Teams call for work. That's what I used to start with. And once it kind of got going, I then went and invested in a proper Shure mic, which is what I'm using now. And from my music days, Shure is the #1 name in microphones as far as I'm concerned. So I went with a Shure brand and got the slightly more expensive microphone, which is what I'm using this now. But all the videos to start with, which hopefully, if you go and listen to the very early videos compared to these videos, hopefully the sound is better. Because of course with a Shure microphone, it's a normal mic. It doesn't have USB, so you have to have an audio interface to plug it into your PC, and it's a bit more involved and a bit more expensive. But I started off with just a USB headset that I used to use for my Teams call at work. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Let me see, what else do we have? Bulwark has been playing Valheim today. He's been playing with some work buddies, but they don't like the grind, and I've been playing by myself a bit. That does tend to happen when you play with some people, is that they eventually get a bit bored and they disappear. Especially on a grindy game like Conan or potentially Valheim as well. Who else do we have? We have Lucky Yang. Good evening, Lucky Yang. We have Marnie Bricks. Hello. So for those of you who were here last week, we were doing some giveaways last week. There was supposed to be giveaways this week, but they haven't come through from Funcom in time, unfortunately. I've done a few Lurkit missions for Funcom, but the rewards haven't come through yet, so unfortunately I can't give them out. But we were unsure because the new rewards, where is it again? In here, they now do bizarre items using this redeem code, and we were unsure whether that works for all, because normally the DLCs are just for Steam, and you have to type the code into your Steam client, so consoles were out of luck. But we had was it the Observatory set that we gave away last week? And Marnie won it, and Marnie is on PlayStation, and it works. So the good news is if we get more of those, and there was supposed to be one tonight, but it hasn't come through sadly, all console players can apply for that draw as well as Steam players. So that's going forward. There's going to be a lot more of those in-game bizarre items, so they'll be able to be everybody. It'll be PC and console, so that's great news. So welcome back, Marnie Bricks. And like I said, giveaway code works for the PS5, so that's great news. Let's see. Game Labs is saying it helps the same. It helps to have a voice rather than just words on the screen. Yes, indeed. Explains things a lot. Hobo says, I tell gameplay only creators that the only way to make your videos unique, to build a real audience, is you need people to watch your videos for you as much as the game you're playing. That's 100%. Unique is with commentary. So yeah, it's really hard to work out. If you're looking at a video to try and work out how to do something, it's really hard if they're not telling you what you need to do. So any of those videos that don't have commentary, I just tend to skip by them and go for ones that are commentary, and that's ultimately what is going to build your channel. Because most of you people here tonight are here to chat with each other and me, and what I'm doing on the computer is pretty much irrelevant. It's about the community, and this is the #1 community on the internet. Love you guys. Guess it shows how tough it is. Could be at a low level. There's proof of difficulty. 100% Game Labs. Yeah, man. I would consider. I think the Dregs is traditionally classed as being a level 30 dungeon, but you can normally go in there if you've got yourself one of the Noob River named thralls. You can normally go in there because they'll go into the acid pit and continue to do damage when you can't do in there. And then when it spits out, you get your knives on it, and you can take it down. I wouldn't try to do too much with the new bosses, the spider boss and the new salamander boss, unless you're a much higher level. But the fact that the two of you, without any thralls, took that on with a basic hunting bow, stone daggers at level 15, big up, well done. I'm impressed. Let's see. Bulwark saying, please like the stream. Yes, if you could, please, thank you. If you could hit the like button, smash the like button gently. Thank you very much. Just helps get the word out there. Mark Santos, good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. James Shakatis finally caught a stream again for the first time in a long time. Well, welcome, James. Welcome back, James. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you along. And everybody welcomes James to this Survivor chat. Give us that anger. If you're doing a vault tonight, when you do the law stuff, is it possible to read out, please? It's tough to manage subtitles. The law stuff. Possible to read out the law stuff. The law stuff. Do you mean lore stuff? Yeah, let me know what you mean by that, Game Labs. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. I was expecting you have an SM58. It seems very bad. So I do have an SM58. I have an SM58 and I've got a SM57. The SM58 is the traditional singer microphone that I used to use for my backing vocals with the windshield over the top of it, and I've got the SM57, which is the instrument microphone without the windshield. I've got one of them too. I think the very first video I ever did, which was the pirate ship, I made a video to show off the pirate ship to Sesame, and I recorded it and then overdubbed it afterwards, and I used the SM58 for that. But the SM58 is not quite as directional. It's not really designed for. It's more, it's vocals, but it's not. It's got too much of a omnidirectional. So you pick up the keyboard and everything. The sound zone comes from the side too much. Whereas the SM7B that I'm running now is much more directional. So pointing it at my face, it has less chance to pick up my keyboard and stuff like that. Around the outside, so that's the one I went for. But yeah, I have a selection of microphones around the place from my music days. Let's see, Angela saying most survival games have a grind. To be fair, 100% it does. How much times have you spent, speaking of Minecraft, how many times have you spent just strip mining for iron up and down for hours on end? Game Labs' microphone is a USB plug and play Roccat Torch. There are loads of good USB microphones out there. I already have the audio interface. I used to use that for plugging my guitar in for recording stuff. So I've got a USB audio interface that's got the XLR for the microphone and a 1/4-inch jack for the guitar that I used to do that. So I already had that. So getting a normal microphone in, and I have the microphone cables and everything already, so that was not a problem. But yeah, if you look at most YouTubers and podcasters, they're using a Shure SM7B, so they're using it for a reason. So I thought, well, screw it, I'm going to get one too. These guys, the League of Legends and shooters, I don't know what they thought the game would be like. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a shock for them then. They wanted to beat Bone Mass with tier 1 foods and no potions. Yeah. I don't even know who Bone Mass is. I guess he's one of the later bosses. I've not got that far. I believe the boss I was supposed to take on is the Elder. I think he's the second boss. Never got that far. Never got that far. New Bazaar set has an Aztec feel. New Bazaar set. Oh, it does. It does indeed. The Pictish Stalker set. Yeah, I don't like the look of that at all. Ooh, it's a weird. Ooh, look at that cape. Yeah, that is a bit strange. An eagle head. What is that anyway? A cudgel. I like that. The Pictish saber tooth. The stripes on it. What's this? War paint. I don't care about war paint. Prey tracking emote. Yeah, whatever. Pictish stalker background. Yeah, okay. Like a tomahawk. Tomahawk? Thunderbird. I can't remember what you would call that. Interesting. Of course, once again, Funcom have gifted it to me, so thank you very much to that. Don't think any of these other new. I love this one. I've had this guy for a while. The guard dog. Was he a battle pass guy originally? I think he was a battle pass guy. Wanted poster, Golem Master stuff, Yamatai. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in the Yamatai Tranquility set. Earth. There's the onsen, the little bath set. I wonder how much that is. I bet you that is really expensive because there's a lot of stuff in there. That's more than one set all gathered together if you didn't have any of it. The price is variant. If you've got some of the bits already, it kind of deducts that from the price. Because that is mixture of... So there's the set and the infamous floor pillows that people couldn't sit on originally. So yeah, I bet you that... Well, everything in here is really expensive, which is our biggest bugbear. Week 31 of waiting for the first. It's getting closer, Angelo. It's getting closer. Best community ever. Gremlin approved. Yep, we can't beat a Gremlin approved community. You guys are speaking too much. I haven't getting any gameplay done because I'm just chatting with you in the chat. Well, I say PC, but it's a gaming laptop. Oh, C127 is here. Hello, C127. Ordered a new computer last week, and I think I'm going to switch over from console to PC. Do you think PC is better? Yes. I fully think that this game is designed for PC, and that is a lot of the problems, is that the porting across to the console, porting is never going to be brilliant. A lot of games these days are designed for the console and are ported to the PC, and the PC ports tend to be a bit pants. But yeah, you can definitely run this game a lot better. And the problem is that people who start on console will always be controller people, and they really struggle to play mouse and keyboard. But I fully believe that mouse and keyboard is the way to play this game. It is designed to be played by mouse and keyboard, and it's it's a bit of a fudge. But if you can't, if you struggle to, are you on the fire? You are. John the Tinkerer just checking out the fire. Anybody looking at? Ah, here she is. She's checking out. I put an armor display stand here with some armor on it, and she's checking that out, going, oh yeah, that's quite cool. Got some chairs over here. Want to chill out at. I took away the throne and placed an artisan table in its place. We've got a bed. Well, it's actually my bed, but I'm okay for them to sleep in it. Yeah. So let me see. Of the people who should be working, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them are doing their thing and not working. Interesting. A lot of people was getting stuck on him. They were coming. I had the chairs here to start with, and guys were walking around here and getting stuck here and couldn't get past him, or on their way back they would get stuck here and couldn't get past him, and then eventually they would teleport away, but they kept getting stuck on Apos. So I ended up moving the chairs over there to give them a slightly better angle. Okay, right, where was I? PC better plus Xbox Game Pass works on PC. That is true. You need a slightly different. So there's an Xbox Game Pass that just works on the Xbox, and then I think there's an Xbox Game Pass that just works on the PC, and then there's another one that works on both, which obviously is more expensive. Hobo says PC for life. Frost runs a laptop. Bulwark runs a laptop. PCs are superior, but they are static. I prefer laptops because I take it with me. I just can't get used to the controllers. Yeah, I mean, I use controllers for some games are a lot better with controllers, and I use controller for that. And some games are a lot better with PC mouse and keyboard. So I guess you've got the option of both. Just bought a ROG Strix G18. Ooh, so Bulwark has bought a new laptop. Ooh, exciting. Good to know. Yeah, of course you've also got like the Steam Deck and the Asus. Ooh, what's it called? The Asus ROG something handheld PC thing. I know quite a few people who have got those Asus ROGs, and then you've got you kind of got the best of both worlds because they work like a, I don't know, like a beefed up sort of Nintendo Switch that you can have the controllers on the side with the screen in the middle, but they also have a docking station, so you can dock it and it becomes a PC with a monitor, keyboard and mouse. So it's a bit like the Switch. You can dock it, play on the PC, and then just undock it and go walking away and walk around with it and go gaming on the move. And so kind of the best of both worlds. But then you're using, I would find that even harder because you're using controller type controls when you're undocked and keyboard and mouse when you're docked. So you'd be swapping between the two in the same game, and I would find that really confusing. This rate, your cook will have dinner ready. He's working away. Yeah, I hope so. Every guitarist does. Mine are in an old ammo crate. Yeah, we've all got a bunch of those microphones from over the years. Yamatai is Dox's favourite set. Frost is saying, missed it. Is that Frost is saying is a ROG Strix 2. Bobo is a laptop guy too. Yeah, I mean laptops are great. You're just going to be a bit more limited with what, obviously there's limited space inside for hard drives, and you're going to be a bit more limited on the graphics card, and changing them out is a bit difficult, but you've got the mobility. That's definitely a way to do it. Angelo says he's going to be a grandpa before we get to the surge. You never know. There's nothing wrong with being a grandpa, Angelo. It's really good. I had my grandson out to his football tournament this afternoon. Out with him for a couple of hours. C127, hello there. PG Bean, was said hello to you. If not, hello to PG Bean. Robert complaining about it too. We'll get to the surge one day. In fact, we really need to get going today. Because the whole point is I need to get my guys up to level 20 so I can do the surge. Templar's Creed, hello there. He's a console player and he loves this game. Fantastic. I'm not saying not to play it. I just think that personally the PC is the way to go. And yes, yeah, you're gonna get better graphics, better frame rate, better colours and stuff like that on the PC. But console has its place, and I'm more than happy that people are. That's why I do most of my videos without mods. The only mod I use is the Hosaf's custom UI mod. It's the info in the top corner, which doesn't change the gameplay, because I don't want to use mods as part of the core gameplay, because then console players can't follow along. Started on controller, but so 6 badges started on controller, but easily adapted to mouse and keyboard. Excellent. Not a lot of people can. There's a lot of people struggle. And even once they've moved across to PC, they'll continue to use controller because they struggle with mouse and keyboard. Which, I get it. I've been playing mouse and keyboard and controller for a long time now. I never played controller on the PC. I just played that on my Xbox or PlayStation. But I always use mouse and keyboard on the PC. But more recently, as games that have been made for console, so Star Wars, for example, Star Wars Jedi Survivor that we had on the channel, console game, ported to PC, so much easier to play on a controller. The key combinations require about 12 fingers on the PC, so I play those kind of games on controller because they're meant to be. They were designed for controller, but a game that's designed for PC will be designed for mouse and keyboard, and it'll be easier. But hey ho, people need to do what they do. For this game in particular, the devs slack for consoles. Yes. I don't know if it's slacking, but obviously they can't do the QA because you can't get betas out there. They're struggling enough with the QA of PC when there is beta, and if you can't get loads of people testing it on console, the QA team are struggling with the console. Game Love says, I like what you said about what you're doing on screen. Don't matter, we're all here to the chat. Good, because we haven't done anything to. It's 33 minutes, right? Come on, we need to get going. Do you friends ever walk away from your base platform? They don't, no. They will walk from their benches to either the fire over there, the bed, this stand here, those seats there, and that's it. They've never left, because they've got no reason to leave the platform, because all they want to go is walking to their in quotes needs, and their needs are having a seat, having a sleep, having some food. So yeah, they've never walked off of this base at all. Yet. Right. Something I wanted to point out was, at the end of the stream last time, just after I finished my stream, I noticed that I have no gloves on. My gloves are missing. I went, oh, they must have got broken in the vault. And I looked for them, and if they were broken, they would be in my inventory with 0 durability, broken, and they're not here. And then I went, oh, this space here is empty. What's supposed to be in that space? That's a bit confusing. And then I realised it was my Aspect of the Drowned helmet, my water-breathing helmet, is gone. And these gloves were the Fists of the Drowned, I think they were called. They're also from the Drowned. I was like, oh, I've lost both my... I was like, looked in all my chests. I thought, what have I done with them? I thought I must have stuck them in a box by mistake. But no, they're just disappeared. And if we come in here, there are the things we've learned in the Drowned vaults, and if I tick any one of these and go craft, unable to start crafting item. There's the gloves, craft. Unable to start crafting item. I can't make them. And it's like, oh, what's going on here? If you try any of the other vault armors, they all work fine. I can craft any of them, no problem at all, and I've got the aspect of the bat helmet, which hasn't disappeared and is fine. I've been able to repair it. But this drowned stuff is gone. And initially I thought it was just a problem with me, but some people on Discord have also been saying that they're missing their drowned stuff and can't craft it. So I've let the devs know that there's a problem with the drowned gear. I've even went and reran the drowned dungeon to try and relearn the recipe, and that didn't make any difference. But the fact is I have the recipe because I have the stuff here and I have the stuff to make it, but I just can't craft it. So I'm missing my helmet and my gloves. So that is a weird thing that's going on. So I have reported that to Funcom. Hopefully they'll get that fixed at a patch coming soon. Right, let's jump that in there. I actually just need another set of gloves then. Let's make the perfected medium gloves. That's the light ones. Perfected medium gauntlets. Let's craft them. Now they're going to take a little while to craft. Let's put... what's that? Thick. Is that the best we can make? I think it is at the moment. Okay, so we've got an armor plating for it. Right, okay, let's get some... bit short of meat. We're going to have to get some more of that. We need a couple of them to pork our thralls with. We need 2 of them. These guys, so I've done a couple. If you remember, I lost all my stats when I died, so I've slowly been rerunning some of the dungeons off camera to get the sigils back. So we're just missing 2. I think it's the 2 Jill dungeons we're missing, and then we've got the 2 for the wolf dungeons that we're missing. Let me see. Grilled steak. There. Give you that and that. And tell you to follow. Tell you to follow. Give you that. Oh, you got the lotus potion. Yep. Just give them the potions to give them as much boosts as possible. Right, they're both coming. So yeah, they're level 19 now. We've got 1 level to go. Where did I put my gloves? Are made. Let's stick some armor on them and put them on. Okay. They're not illusion to be the same as the armor set, but we'll deal with that a different day. We've spent far too long as it is sitting chatting. He says as the chat has disappeared off the screen. Be glad that you don't have a tavern there yet. They'd all be in so that on the Sunday that we did the stream on my old Exiled Land server, that's where everybody went. Everybody was in the tavern. Nobody was working. DLM saying the thralls are as bad as cats when it comes to private places. Get out of my bed. So you do know that you can stop them sleeping in your stuff. You can pick an item and you can disable thrall use. So you could disable a bed, you could disable a chair. That is Apos himself. Where's the chair? There, you can disable it so stop them sitting in a chair. You can disable anything that they will use. Armor stand. Disable it to stop them using it. So John the Tinker's checking out the armor display and thinking, yeah, that's quite cool. C127 saying, I'm about your age, I think I could slip back into mouse and keyboard rather easily. Yeah, I mean, if you used it before, it probably won't be an issue. It's just there's a lot of people who have grown up purely on consoles, and that's all they've ever used, and they tend to struggle. But hey ho. Whatever's better for you. That's the important thing. Right, so I've now jumped a whole bunch of chat. Chris, you missed it. I mean the orb in the chest room. Ah, okay. So there is a voice on it. I don't think they have... Do I have the... Where is the setting for... What would that be under? Signs. What would the subtitles be under? Contextual controls. I don't see where subtitles would be. A server setting thing? No, it can't be. It must be a local player setting. Off the top of my head, I can't see it right now. If somebody could let me know where the subtitles is in the settings, I can certainly make sure the subtitles is on for you. Because by default, it is a voice speaking, and I don't think I've got that on. But let's see if we can get that there before we get to that point. Let's see. Hobo Gamer, I'll be shopping for a new gaming laptop next year to run Dune Awakening proper. Okay. Let's see. Probably I'll install Conan this weekend to see how it runs on his new laptop. Nice one, Bulwark. I'm sure it'll run really well on that machine. Yamatai is a cool set. He likes the armor, says Crow Fodder. Hello, Crow Fodder, by the way. Tony Lewis, hello. Good to see you. They don't need to be level 20. 15 is fine. They'll survive. Cool. Cool. How many would you suggest I need, Angelo? How many thralls should I... So the plan is to set up a wheel outside the area and have a bunch of followers with truncheons at that area, so that if anybody's good, I can hopefully drag them out of the battle zone and get them knocked out over there, because obviously I can't run with a bunch of them. So my plan was just to take like Delincia in as my follower and have a bunch of berserkers ready on the outskirts to knock people out if it was worth knocking out. Bandy B struggles with a controller, mouse and keyboard for the win. Monkey Balls, the Hobo Gamer, is Dune Awakening going to be PvE? So Dune Awakening is essentially PvE, but there is an end game zone, like the Deep Desert or something I think it's called, is going to be PvP, and that's the area that will, every week I think it is, a storm will come through and wipe out everything and rearrange everything, and then another PvP battle will then take place presumably between guilds for control of the spice in that zone, but the rest of the game, all the rest of the game is PvE. PG Ben needs a computer, is currently running a laptop, thinking of building a desktop instead of getting a new laptop. Marnie Bricks is the other way around. That's unsurprising, since Marnie Bricks is a PlayStation player. Monkey, I believe it's both. Yes, it is both, yes. Love using the keyboard and mouse, but can't do it now, so stuck with controller. It's funny that he's a console creator, and I'm getting asked many times what mods I am using. Oh, so Game Labs is cheating by using mods on the PlayStation. That's where he got all his torches from. He's got the same mod as what Angelo's got. Templar's Creed, love the fact that you don't use mods. I watch you and Annabrella because you both follow this approach. Jolly good, my Celtic cousin. Oh, a Welsh guy, a Welsh flag. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of content creators, particularly. So Barden Builds is a perfect example, as he creates all those wonderful builds and hasn't got a single. He's 100% vanilla, not a single mod at all. Just because he wants his console viewers to be able to build the same buildings. So there's plenty of really good building mods out there, but he doesn't use any of them because he wants them to be vanilla. Hobo's seen other people talk about the Siptah armor issues in forum. Interesting. Is there other armors that are having problems other than the drowned? Sesame is in the house. Good evening, Sesame. You must have heard us talking about you. Drink. We're getting there. We've got 40%. We're okay. Dearie me, got lots of chat going. We're not getting any gameplay done because I'm reading all your wonderful chat. Templar's Creed is thinking of buying a PC for Star Citizen. He really wants to play that. Oh yes. Orb has vocals, but it is in Elder Tongue. Ah, okay. So is there automatically subtitles? There must be. There must be. Kathy Ann's shouting at me to drink. Okay, I'll get there. Angelo only brings War Party. Cool. You'll need to do a Maelstrom first. So I do have some of the things. We have run through the Maelstrom a few times and we've stashed somewhere. There they are. We've stashed some, but we might have to do more. I'm imagining the more of that stuff you've got, the harder you can bake it. What you want to do is run War Party, give both fighters a truncheon, preferably coup de grace, and you're going to want to run a spear. Is that spear to kill people who are knocked out that you don't want? Is Ulrich accursed better than a cursed berserker? My Ulrich has more HP. I've never got Ulrich the Accursed. Your job is to stab the guys your people can't knock out and stay alive. So, Angelo, do you know about the religious weapon and unconscious people? Also, has that been patched? Because it was the case that if you used a religious weapon on an unconscious person, it would kill them with one hit. And that replaced the spear as an easy way of taking them out. You have plenty of question marks for now. Okay, thank you, Robert. Templar's Creed, thank you. Yeah, Barden is a legend. His video called me to help me with a build as I like to replicate and tweak his builds. A lot of great content creators in the Conan world for sure. Thank you so much for the donation, Templar's Creed. Thank you so much. Right, we better get a move on. Naughty, how are you? How's things? Just got off the phone with a work brother of mine working on putting the outdoor heated cat house together. Ooh, interesting. A heated cat house. Right, so yes, we're going to do the second last. I was actually, oh my god, it is 10 to 9. Oh my god, can I get a drink from here? No, I can't. Let's get off. What are my... I need to fill up my water skin anyway from my previous vault. There we go. They are coming, okay. Yeah. I was hoping to do the last two Wolf Brother vaults. I'm going the wrong way. The den. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah, den is the Wolf Brothers. Yes, that's the one. I'm going the wrong way to the wrong one. The last one is further up north. Tribal Ex-Chief, how are you? Good to see you. So we head over in this direction. Somewhere over here is a wolf vault that we ran across very early doors. Interesting, it's the second last one. Angelo says, I do not know about that, sir, but spear's your best bet, or you can set up some sacrificial stones for the low-level people. You got plenty of blooded souls. That is also true. Although you would get an awful lot of corruption if you did that. You would need a dancer with you to cleanse you as you go. But yeah, the old way of knocking out people and then using a spear, because it can be quite hard to hit people who are lying flat on the ground. So the reach of the spear was the way to do it. But once Age of Sorcery came out, it became that once somebody was knocked out, you could just hit them once with a religious tool, and it would kill them in one shot. Need to test it. We'll need to test it and make sure that that hasn't been patched out, or whether that still works. Right, it is just up here. Heated cat house, is that a red light district thing? It's very decadent to have an outdoor heated cat house, that's for sure. You don't want a cat house that's cold. Things appear smaller than they really are. Oh dear, how do. Crazy to think I've had this game since launch and own everything, all DLC, and have the pre-order bonus, etc., but never played on Siptah. Wow. I'm stuck on a tree. I'm stuck on a tree. There we go, round a tree. Right, there's the vault just ahead of us. Any wolves around? Black ice. Should there not be... We've got find den of the wolf brothers. Done. Should there not be some werewolf type guys around here? Partly not. Okay, let's head inside. You can get to -40°C where I live, and the strays need a helm too, even if... Ah, okay. Wow. Interesting. Or be a corrupted sorcerer. They can't be more corrupted. That is true. Corrupted sorcerer builds are not for me, not for my playstyle. Right, where's the insignia thing? There it is. Wolfman insignia. Remember the first time you saw one of those wolf statues, thought they were bosses. Oh, okay. Be a big boss. A lot of blood in here. Is it bugged out? We haven't got anybody here. Oh no, there is somebody in here. Oh, oh. There is the statue. We've got the statue straight away. Right. Hey, Wolfman. Oh, they are proper Wolfmen too. Degenerated Howler Slasher. Right, let me get my pick. Come on, kill them. Sorcery is too slow to be effective in your hand. So it's more about the buffs you get from the corrupted sorcery build as opposed to using the sorcery spells themselves. Did I get a thing there? No, I didn't. What would be the thing that you get from these guys? Well, you don't get it from them guys. I'll take the flat. I'll keep that though. Must be bigger ones that we need. Oh, the fires under the statues look cool. No, I'm not going to take any of that stuff. Ooh. There's a button with a man on it. Frenzies, thralls and corrupted authority bills is very effective. How do you guys feel you need to cut down a forest? Just tree fellas. Dear, 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 they've started already! Not a... What was that? No. Not an item you get from these guys for crafting the stuff. Right, I'm not going to push that button yet. I want to have a look at the other side. What's over... that's where we came in. That's a door that isn't open. Ooh, what is this? Not sure what you mean, Frost. What did Frost say? Hey, cat, how is your server playthrough on Isle of Woman? Ah, that's a different cat. So Frost, the cat that is doing the Isle of Woman thing, that is Sesame's server admin, and it's Cat with a K. It's not Cathy Ann that we have with us today. It's a different cat. Yeah, so Sesame was asking if anybody wanted to play on that server and to DM him. I don't know whether applications are still open or whether they're closed now. So can't do anything with that. Not me, didn't... No, so it wasn't that Cathy Ann, it was a... Oh, did I bring keys? Game Labs? No, I didn't. I've got a ton of keys sitting in the chest, sorry, at the moment. So we'll just have to do our usual thing and spawn in the keys and then throw them out once we get home. Right, okay, so we've got two switches here, so let's try this one first. All these guys seem to be... They're all the same, so I'm not sure where we get the trophy stuff from. What's that? We'll take that. So Sesame's saying there's 5 more slots available, so if anybody is interested in playing on it's a modded map, the Isle of Women map, with Sesame and his crew, send him a DM on Discord and he will be able to sort it out. Ooh, there's a switch round. Oh, this is going to get complicated. I'm going to get lost in this dungeon, am I? Right, what does that button do? Oh, it opens... Oh. What? What's the point in that? A door back to that area. A switch there too. That's just normal chest. We'll take that. No, I don't really need the Darium. I've got tons of that as well. I'll take the star metal though. Right, so what does this do? Something opened somewhere. Okay, what was it? Imagine Ultramarines from 40k storm this vault. That would be beautiful. Or the Emperor Battle Brother. Wouldn't be much left of the... So, for those who haven't seen it, Audu has started a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough this week. So jump over to Audu Gaming's channel and you can watch the first episode of his Baldur's Gate 3 series. What opened? I didn't see anything open from that switch. Need to use both levers. One alone does nothing. Both levers. Does that mean there's another lever somewhere else in the vault? Oh, it maybe opens these. Ah, okay. Let's go through this way. That's my armor. sorry about the accent. You're more perfectly okay, Audu. I have heard an awful lot worse Scottish accents than that. And that is just the accent that someone has to use when you're doing a dwarf character, because of course all dwarfs are Scottish. It gets worse in episode 2 because I'm pretty much cut. I'm pretty much cut at that point. Ah, Sesame is now, yes, so Sesame's a huge Baldur's Gate 3 fan. I believe you said that's your favourite game of all time. So there you go, Sesame. There's another Audu video for you to watch. There's another switch there. Okay, still can't do anything in there, can't see. Alright, let's flick the switch. Ah, that door opened. And this door has opened. Oh. Oh. Can you jump across there? You can. You can flick a switch. Oh, there's a ladder down there. Oh, that's coming up. Okay. Jump across here. Jump across here. Flick that. And it opens that door. Is there anything of interest down there? Or is that ladder for just if you fall? I don't see anything interesting in there. Oh, hello. Oh, they've made it across. Let's see. Apart from Gimli from Lord of the Rings. So, the guy who played Gimli was Welsh, I believe. Can we get anything from here? Nope. Don't want any of that stuff. More doors. Take the coin. Take the silver bar. I don't want the rest of it. Ooh, ooh, look at this. Oh, this is different. Can we? Nope. This is very different. We've not encountered anything like this before. There's another platform up there. Well, these are howler brutes, so are you... Do you have any devolved anythings? No, they don't have anything either. What about you? Why can't I chuck that away? Oh, I've got my tab hit it. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the wolf hide as well. Right, interesting. Thorforge, good evening. How are you? Oh. Get rid of that off the screen. Let me see. Grishnak is here too. Good to see you too. Imagine a South Redneck accent for a dwarf, or maybe an Aussie one. Baldur's Gate 3 is Sesame's favourite game from all time. Super Anger Brothers platformer time. Oh, okay, that's the bit we just passed. Sesame, imagine a dwarf with a Trinidadian accent. I can play one. So, of course, for those who don't know, Sesame is from Trinidad and has an amazing Trinidad accent. Absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak enough in these videos. He has to play quietly an awful lot, unfortunately, because his accent is amazing. Right, well, I'm not seeing anything in this room. I feel like we're getting further and further away from the area where it's split. But that's a stairs up. I wonder. SW Sprora 1000, good evening to you. Good to see you. Not sure if that's how I'm meant to pronounce it or not. Angelo Bambo D&D player, eh? I'm just saying a buddy of his from the D&D day sent me a video that brought up a horrifying concept. What concept? Everybody's asking. Didn't have friends that were into D&D. Ian said that I've been playing D&D since 1978 in most editions until WOTC took over. I'm guessing that's the company that runs D&D now. Right, so I'm going to run back. Crazy Wolf Blood, am I late for the stream? No? You made it before the end. Good to see you. Then remember the original Halloween event for Conan Exiles. It had a random meteor events that could hit anywhere, and it was a night and dark cycle, no daytime, and all light flames were dark blue. I have seen that. Wizards of the Coast. Ah, yes. Owner of D&D. Yes, that makes. I remember that now. I couldn't remember what they were called, but now. Oh, can I get up here? I can't climb that. But that just does wrap round here. And that's the bit to drop down. Right. So we jumped over here. We came in here. Oh, maybe we can't actually go anywhere else. Toroy says, people thought I was weird because I was into Conan and Kiss, so D&D was out of the question. So that's the bridge that goes across that we were looking at from downstairs. So this is the only way to go. All those doors are locked right now. I'm assuming we can unlock them later on for a shortcut. This is cool. I like this. It's different from your normal dungeons. Food time? Oh yes, we are getting rather hungry. There we go. I'll top up my water as well, just for the fun of it. Right, so then we came through here. That's that bridge. And we came through here, and then there were steps up. So let's go and have a look up here. The dungeon is pretty linear. The steps just bring you back for the shortcut if you die. Okay. So a bit like the last dungeon we were in, where the secret passage was a shortcut. Right, so that's the way. So yes, this is just a shortcut. Cool. I like that. The whole destroyed little tunnel thing. That's cool. And then, so it's this way. No trophies there. Smoke. Oh, wait a minute. No. Round the corner. Oh, look at you sliding. Oh, that's like a switch, but it's broken. You go. A little bit of Vandarium. Let's chop you up just in case you have a devolved thing. And you don't. Call that away. I stepped away for a moment. Did I? No, I didn't die. I just retraced the steps to find all the different passages. See, make sure I hadn't missed out a section. And found out that that area was just a shortcut that if you die to get you back into the dungeon quicker. Pew pew pew. You don't have anything on yet. Nothing in there. Notice they changed arrows damage again. Oh, Hardened Steel now does 15 and Star Metal does 18. Haven't checked others yet. Crazy Wolfblood, what is my thoughts on all Persona games? I don't know what that is, so I'm afraid I don't have any thoughts on it. And you're so lost right now. You're lost, Frost. That steps up there. No, that's nothing there. That's another switch with a broken bar. Few things always change behind the scenes. Yeah. That does really annoy me and other people too. That they'll change stuff that are not in, and then they don't put it in the patch notes that it's changed. So you don't know whether it's a bug or whether it's supposed to be like that. So we keep moaning at them to say, get the patch. The patch notes tend to just have the major points, and it tends to have a lot of stuff that they've changed, but oh, they've dropped down. So that's quite. Oh, there is a ladder to get down there. Yeah, not going to bother. Okay. Oh, does it pop back up again? Yes. Ian saying Troy, he was into Kiss and Conan as well as D&D, but there were so... Oh, where did that go? Obo Gamer, thank you so much for the donation. Here's a cut of your ad revenue from my Conan vids. I learned much of what I know from when you got back into the game in 2022. Thank you so much, Homo Gamer. That's really generous of you. Really generous. So yeah, Ian saying to Troy that he was also into Kiss and Conan as well as D&D, but there were most of his friends, including the guy who was our first dungeon master, so we didn't care. Oh well, that's the important thing. A whole bunch of you together. It's what you need. The Frost is lost. So yes, it is. It is. Who was it that said it? That the dungeon is actually quite linear. Grishnak said it. So the dungeon is actually quite linear. There was areas that had multiple directions you could go, but in the reality it all takes you to the same place. So we just carry on. So although I doubled back in myself to go and check the other ways, that it was just to unlock. There's quite a few dungeons has ways it unlocks locked. Once you get to an area, it can unlock an area back. That means it's a quicker route to get to your location if you were to die and had to run back through the dungeon. Because it's saying his katana alt attack sometimes does a block instead of the rush forward slash. How do you say in D&D is the best game ever conceived? Right, so that's 2 ways to come down. Ladder up here. Aha! A loot chest. Right, so we're going to do our old faithful. Let me go into admin mode. And admin panel. And spawn in a skeleton key. And we're going to unlock the chest and we get Reaver's Axe. I used Reaver's Axe for a long time previously. 63 damage, 15 armor pence. Not the best axe in the world. It looks pretty cool, and I used that for a while. Okay, so that was just a little up and around bit. Okay. We came in there. That's the way across the bridge. So remember, when I get back to base, to throw away a key to keep it fair. Let's see. Troy's saying, we poor redneck boys spent more time in the woods, but it always intrigued me. It was something I got a starter set a long time ago. I remember it being a red box, but there was only like 3 of us that were interested in playing it, so there wasn't really enough of us that got a proper team together, so it's something I just never really got into. D&D certainly helps with the imagination, something many people seem to lack, yeah, especially these days. Sesame started playing D&D in 2017 after Critical Role, but as an avid Savage Sword of Conan comic reader since the 80s, those advertisements had me intrigued with old school D&D. I guess that's why we enjoy computer-based RPGs, Sesame, because then you can kind of get that, but without the team. Savage Sword was a great for a young mind. I loved those issues from the 70s. Savage Sword is the only comic that Sesame collected. So I've been buying. I don't know what they are, but there's like a new public. Oh, this is the end boss. There's a new publication of Conan comics that have been coming out. I think it was actually yourself, Sesame, that linked it, the interview with the writer. I've bought the first 2 trade backs of that's come out so far, and are pretty enjoyable. Ooh, you look cool. He's got some armour on. Let me get me daggers out. He is the degenerate Howler champion. Jim Zub's work. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. New comics are fantastic. Yeah, I'm really enjoying them, yep. Angelo grew up in DC Comics. Green Lantern's always been my favourite. So my favourite, without a doubt, is Batman. I used to have all the different Batman comics every month. I'm not a huge fan of like proper superheroes and mutants. I was not really that much into like the X-Men and even Superman and stuff like that, but Batman, love Batman. Really enjoyed Wolverine, and who else did I collect? Daredevil. I got a bunch of Daredevil comics. Just the thought of a blind guy jumping off the roofs of buildings and fighting crime was appealing to me. And then one of my favourites was, I think it was Image Comics, and it was called Spawn. And Spawn was amazing. I've got about 150 Spawn comics. Andy Brown, good to see you. Judge Dredd in 2000 AD. I did read quite a lot of those. I guess that was a very British thing, was it? 2000 AD. I don't know if you got that outside of the UK. But obviously that's where Judge Dredd came from. Slaying the Horn God was their kind of like Celtic Conan-esque. Ooh, look at this. Is that the loot room going to be down there? Oh, that's cool. Let me have a quick look around here. Slaying was badass. Yeah, I loved Slaying the Horn God. And Rogue Trooper. I'm surprised there's not been more films. So, Strontium Dog, that was another one. Nemesis, ABC Warriors. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not been more movies of them coming out. Okay, I can accept that, but who's your favourite Robin? Ooh. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I've got a favourite Robin. I wasn't really that fussed about Robin at all. I do have the original copies of the 4-part Death in the Family comic series. The one where, was it Jason Todd dies, but it was a vote. They released the first couple of issues, and then there was a vote to see whether Robin lives or dies. And I guess it's not really a spoiler alert anymore, because it's from many, many years ago. It was chosen that Robin died. But somewhere in a vault in DC are the issues of what would have happened if Robin lived. Right, this is the orb that we were talking about earlier on. If Red hadn't bombed the cinema, I would have had more by now. That's possibly true, yeah. The first Red film was horrendous, but the second one was, I seem to remember, was okay. The Blood Rain games are pretty much based on Durham Red. Ah, okay. Anyone in the Isles anyway remember Total Carnage first episode? Nope. Well, Water and Steel saying, ouch, he hated Spawn. A cop gone to hell and comes back to do good. No, just no. Oh, so I just absolutely loved Spawn. Because it was also Image Comics, so it didn't have to follow the same rules and regulation of DC and Marvel, so it was a lot more adult-based. Andy B said the best Robin in DC's Superhero Girls cartoon that my kids watch. Very funny. Which one became Nightwing? Oh, I forget their names now. It was the one before Jason Todd became Nightwing. Very small US audience for any of these comics that you're referring to. I can imagine 2000 AD was very much a UK based weekly comic that had all those characters in it. But if you look at the names of the artists who started working in 2000 AD, they become some of the big names in the comic industry these days. Andy Brown says his favourite Robin is Williams. Robin Williams, legend. William Johnson, good evening, good to see you. Are rumours of a Mega City 1 TV series? Okay. Dick Grayson, that's right, that's his name. That's his name. Carl Urban as Judge Dredd was really good. Yeah, that was the good one. The Sylvester Stallone one, not so much. Don't take too long, get kicked out. Okay, good point, good point. We had that last time. As the threat of extinction faded, so too did our cooperation. The tower worked and we each had access to its bounty. As centuries passed, we reverted to old ways and habits. Each of us made a home on the island. Our winged allies claimed the high places, our lupine brethren found solace in the rolling hills, our demonic friends stayed close to the tower, and the serpent men... Who knows which dark crevice they slithered into. Here we go. Right, quickly, let's loot this. Take the sigil, take the heals, take the coins, take the Eldarium, even though I don't really need it. Open this. Quickly take that and that. Take that and that. Don't care about the rest. Learn the recipes. There's the Wolfmen Vault Armors. Is that all there is? Is there not a weapons one? Run around, run around. Oh, is there just armors from... I can't see... I can't see any other one. Oh, here we go. A different weird place. Wolfmen Armories. There we go. And then we can leave. Adam West is the best Batman. No, he's not. Spawn soundtrack was awesome. So the Spawn movie was awful. It was really badly done, but I loved the Spawn comics. Apparently Stallone didn't want to remove the helmet, but the studio insisted. Watch your vault timer doesn't time out. Yep, thank you everybody. Bulwark loves Spawn 2. Esme loves Spawn. Had a real life girlfriend named Angela. Timer. Dick Grayson is Nightwing. Yes. Adam West the best Batman. No, he's not. Adam. So Angelo voted 50 plus times as a kid. Ironically, he lost the vote and died by about 50. So you actually voted for that, Angelo. Only the correct answer. He's the best Robin, hands down. Heard the main actor can't act and the film was terrible. For Spawn, yes, Spawn was terrible. IMDb seems to think that the series has been canned. At least that's what I read. Really hope I'm wrong. Enoch saying the only comic more brutal than 2000 AD was Action. Oh, Action comic. Oh yeah. It got suspended then banned due to inappropriate content. Audio game, his favourite Robin was Jessica. I'll get me coat. Monobreak, did you watch Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea as a kid? So Spartacus, the old Spartacus movie, is that what you mean? I have watched that, and I've also watched a more recent Spartacus TV series, which I can't remember when that was. Maybe around about 10 years ago. Maybe there was a Spartacus series that the guy who played Spartacus actually died during filming and was replaced by another guy later on. It was really good. And incidentally, because of Gladiator 2, Gladiator was on TV in the UK last night, so I watched that last night. Haven't seen that for many, many years. You'll need Eldarium for the Surges. So I've got tons of Eldarium back at base. Acting is so plastic and bad, it's a waste of money and time. There is a weapon one. Yep, we've found that. It's a pretty good great sword and great axe. Nice one. Andy saying, from what I've heard, Rebellion had bought a TV studio or production company to make the show, and it was getting stuff underway when COVID turned the world on its head. And then, of course, after that, we'd had the writers' strike as well, which has delayed an awful lot of stuff. The best Batman for Sesame is the iconic animated series, Kevin Conrad. Bale is the best Batman. I agree, Hobo Gamer. Bale is my favourite Batman. Yeah, you don't need Eldarium for the swords, just hardened steel and question mark. Judge Minty makes some really nice 2000 AD fan films. Oh right, cool. You've misspelled Keaton. oh dear, Hobo's misspelt Keaton by spelling it B-A-L-E. A shot in the Spawn movie where he gets burned alive was at the time the longest flame suit burned by a stuntman. Oh really? Real question, who was the best Batman and who was the best Bruce? So I do think Christian Bale was really good in both roles. I also thought Michael Keaton was actually really good as Bruce Wayne. I wasn't particular. I mean, at the time, Keaton was a phenomenal Batman because he was the first of the non-60s slapstick Batman. He was the first movie Batman to bring in the Dark Knight. But who was after Keaton? What was the order again? But yeah, didn't think any of the rest of them good. Bale was amazing. I'm not very keen on Robert Pattinson's. He's a really good Batman, although I don't think he's quite big enough. But his Bruce Wayne is horrendous. Because his Bruce Wayne is this dark, moody guy who is too like Batman. And that's not what Bruce Wayne is supposed to be. He's supposed to be the socialite, man about town, doesn't care about anything, about having a good time and partying. So it distracts too much from him being Batman. So I'm not keen on Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. But I think it was Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney. I couldn't remember whether it was Kilmer or Clooney was next, which order they were in. But yeah, neither of them were particularly great, those films. Affleck was surprisingly good. Nobody was very keen about Affleck, but when he was actually in that movie, he was actually okay. So Thorford think Val Kilmer was the best Batman. Wow. Keaton's the man. Keaton's Bruce Wayne by far, says Sesame. Don't ignore Kevin Conrad in the animated show. Yep, so that's what Sesame said, Kevin Conrad. Thank you for reading, it's a big help. You're welcome, Game Labs. Not a problem. Right, we've only got 25 minutes left. Do we have time to do the last one? Which is up here. Clooney for the bat nipples. Those bat nipples on that suit was ridiculous. Keaton's Batmobile. I think that... Oh, no. Pause that. That's wrong. The Tumbler was the best Batmobile. Keaton's Batmobile was amazing, but the Tumbler was such a great car. Thorford loves Val Kilmer, but he was a horrible Batman. That was a joke. Okay. Kilmer is my favourite Jim Morrison. Best Batmobile is the animated car in the first series. See, I've never really watched the animated Batman stuff, so I'm not really up to speed on that. I watched the recent... Oh, I don't even know what it was called, but recently they've just put out a new animated series, whatever that's called. And that was okay. Loved the Penguin. Just finished watching the Penguin last week. The Penguin was absolutely fantastic. Right, where am I and how do I get there? I kind of have to get up a cliff somewhere. Around the redwoods. Food and drink. Oh yes, so I do. Let me head to the river. Thank you, thank you. GTA's Batmobile is the best. The Tumbler mixed with the Batmobile. GTA as in Grand Theft Auto. Or is that a typo? GTA's Batmobile can't turn to save a life. Kilmer should have gotten an Oscar for Doc Holliday. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, okay. I fell out with Grand Theft Auto. I was so annoyed about how long GTA 5 took to come to the PC that by the time it came to the PC I just wasn't interested in playing it anymore. Can I get around that way? Anyone watch Corridor Crew where they put Adam West into Patterson's Batman? No, I haven't. That could be interesting to see. Game Lab saying, hey chat, who needs Batman when you've got Anger Sunday Conan streams because there's someone who can keep their real identity secret just as we do. From a Halloween update. Okay, I see. Right, so somehow or other I have to get up on top of that cliff. You can see the vault. Surely we can just climb up here. Don't blame me for not like GTA 5, but Redemption 2 is a much better game. Spawn HBO animated series. Spawn HBO animated series? There is an animated series of Spawn and I didn't know about. What? Oh, hobo. I'm going to have to go searching after this stream. Where am I? I'm going the wrong way. It's up this way. How did I not know about the Spawn animated series? Or maybe I did know about it and I've forgotten about it. From 20 years ago. So when the comics were actually coming out, they made an animated series. Wow. Right, well, I'll be checking that out. Thank you very much. Very good, he says. Hobo Gamer. So that's the Spawn that he knows. Find the den of the Wolfmen. Okay. How did I not know it? I'm not sleeping tonight. Indeed, indeed. Right, can we fill up our water skin from there? We can. We've probably already got the insignia. It'll be the same one. Wherever it is. There it is there. Right. We've only got 20 minutes, so let's try and do this rather quickish. So, take you out. It's legendary. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't know about that. I've even got some of the, was it Todd McCarthy? Todd? Who was it who wrote Spawn? I've got some of the toys, the action figures, the amazing high detailed action figures. Got them just sitting behind my monitor there. I've also got a Slash one and some Metallica ones as well. From him, they made amazing action figures. McFarlane, that's the man, thank you. The legend that is Todd McFarlane. Watched a really good documentary about the history of the comics, going on about the Stan Lee and the guys at DC from the early days, and then coming through the sort of 80s and then into the 90s, and then the guys like Jim Lee, was it? He left to make Image Comics with Todd McFarlane, but I think he is now the man that's in charge of DC. Yeah, all the guys from DC and Marvel leaving to set up their own comic it was such a high risk thing, but really cool. Someone keeps uploading Alien Romulus full film on YouTube and they keep taking it down. Shame, it's such a bad film. What? Alien Romulus is an amazing film. Best Aliens film for a long time. I went to the cinema to see that and loved it. Image Comics were rock stars. Yeah. Plasma Desma, have you ever thought about doing an Elden Ring playthrough? Would love to see you go through it. That's another game I've never played. So, never say never. You never know. That might be one. Right. Are these guys 20 yet? No, they're still 19. What are you at? Oh, you're only 436,000 out of 1 million. But Angelo said it'll be all okay. They'll easily manage to do a surge, he said. Audu has DM'd me a link to Spawn. Thank you very much, Audu. Much appreciated. Romulus borrows heavily from the quadrilogy and Isolation. It sure does. That's what makes it amazing. Because my favourite Alien film out of all the Alien film is Alien. I love that, and the first part of the film is very alien, and then the second part of the film is very heavily aliens. But consider a lot of the rubbish Aliens films we've had over the recent years. I loved that film. Boom, boom, boom. Right, I've been in there this way. Oh, we've got 2 buttons again. We do. Ooh, look at that. That's a big old area in there. 2 different ways to get to the same place. What are you? Are you a brute? If you look at all of us creators, we have all our own unique set of skills, but put us together we become the mighty YouTubers with the power of entertainment. YouTubers assemble! The Hobo says Alien and then Romulus. I would probably put Romulus as my 3rd favourite. Because it borrows so much from Alien and Aliens. I would put those 2 as my 2 favourites. And then put Romulus as number 3. Sesame, Aliens all day. There does seem to be a big split of people who prefer Alien from the horror films, don't see much kind of perspective, and then there's the all-out action guys who love Aliens more. The cast of chavs weren't particular. Some of them were. The guy who plays the I can't even remember his name, but the misfunctioning android, whatever his name is, that is an absolutely amazing character and actor who played him. Loved it. A little bit of dodgy CGI work at a certain part in the film, and anybody who's seen it will know exactly what I'm talking about. But considering the budget that it was made on, whoa, this place is massive. Because we have to go up there to get up to that bit, so let's do scan around the outside. Sesame's an action guy. I get that. Most people I speak to, it's one of two things. And yeah, the people who are into the action, that whole sort of, that era of action films with Terminator 2, Aliens. Whereas I prefer Terminator and Alien. As the, to be fair, Aliens is really good, especially the, I don't know, director's cut version of it. It's got all the like the little cannon things that they place in the corridor that's not in the original cut. Auto cannons, that whole thing, fantastic. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. It's you down. What's the way to do? We're gonna do a slash thing. Heals. Right, okay. Normal chest or legendary chest? Normal chest. Take that. Try and do this quickly. It's massive! Right, I'm guessing that's the stairs that come down from the other side, so I'm not going to go up there. T2, because of Guns N' Roses, you could be mine. AVB the game was pretty good, but I like when you start at the alien, you start from the larvae. Ah, I've never played that Bulwark. Andy Brown says, the guy that plays the synth was good, although I wonder why would have made a model that was young adult looking compared to the likes of Ian Holm, Lance Henriksen and Michael Fassbender. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think we already got that, didn't we? Yeah, some amazing scenes in that film. I really enjoyed that film. Probably my second favourite movie of 2024. And in case you're wondering, my favourite movie of 2024 was Dune Part 2. Whoa! T2, the doctor says T2 is your favourite movie of all time. Wow. Assassin Lucifer, good to see ya. Have I considered playing Medieval Dynasty? I think so. I've watched some videos of Medieval Dynasty and it just doesn't look like it's going to do it for me. The whole, I don't know, the kind of city builder aspect of it is just, yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. Where am I going? Am I meant to go that way or this way? The area is huge. The shadows are really good. The atmosphere is really good. I normally prefer originals, except in Mad Max 2 Road Warrior. Prometheus rewrote the lore. The jockey wasn't an engineer, and the xenomorphs were species of their own planet, not created by David. I don't really know enough about the lore of Aliens, I have to admit. But yeah, Prometheus, I did, and I just, as a film, I enjoyed that. Alien 3 brought back the tension by removing the guns. Second best movie was The Godfather 2. That's a film I haven't watched in a long time, I have to admit. The whole Godfather series. It's something I'll have to do. Graphics are amazing. The colony stuff is nice, but it's missing combat. Outdo Gaming director's cut of Aliens 3 was pretty good. 3 was a waste of a film, says John. I guess it's different strokes for different folks. This is... What? Where do we even go? This is massive. This was maybe a mistake coming in here. Gangster film would probably be Casino for Outdo. Ooh, look at the lighting in here. Is that the final boss through there? Where's that lighting coming from? That is harsh lighting. Is that coming from down there? It must be. Something really bright down there. Oh, fatal error. It has crashed. Wow, that's not happened for a long time. Okay, let me pause the stream while I restart this. Let me see. Oh, this is not going to be good. We'll be out of the dungeon. Continue. Just in time. Oh no, it was that lighting. Maybe. 7 minutes lost. Oh, it's all Angelo's fault. If in doubt, blame Angelo. See, you get Angelo and Outdo in the one room together. There's just too much chaos in one chat. The game just can't handle it. Oh. Let's see what we're talking about here. Wolf guys smacked you out of the game, yeah. The graphics are amazing. The colony stuff is nice, but it's missing. So, are you this Bulwark? Are you talking about Medieval Dynasty there? Right. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. Flick back to... Yes, look, we're outside. Damn it. What time is it? We've got 6 minutes. Can we... Will this have all respawned? If I go back in here. Doors are open. So that area, that's got the light under the water as well. I need to grab a drink. Oh, that's not drinkable water. I need to eat some food. Let me get my chat back. The game is saying Anger has been playing too long. Maybe. Oh, let's see. Speedrun, yes. Okay, doesn't look like anything's respawned. I think we're okay. Lost the sound. Have you lost the sound, William? Is everybody hearing me? Can you hear me? Okay, it's this way I need to go. Is it? There's everybody here. Follow. 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 Kill. No game sound. Yeah, no, yeah, there was no music or anything. Can you hear game sound now? Let's see. My meters, or my game sound meters are going up and down. All good. Yep. Cool. 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 Right. Take you out. Is that the final boss? That does look like the final boss in there. It is. Right, let's take this guy down. Let's quickly... Nothing in there. Sound is fine. Good for you too. Okay, cool. Let me have a quick look. I guess this is just another way up. In here. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, let's take on this final boss. Video wasn't working a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, the video wasn't working because the game crashed, Ian. So we put it on pause while I reloaded the game. Right, we've run back in. We're in the final room. Look at that, Michael Jackson boss. Slash, slash, slash. Oh, he got me. I guess my guys will have lost their buffs as well after the restart. Stagger, stagger, stagger. Out of stamina. Stagger, 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 stagger. He's down. Daggers. Ah, it was William Johnson's Bluetooth. It was weirdly quiet as game sound as I came running through the dungeon, so yeah, it's easy to accept that that is an issue. Come on, come on. Game is quieter than before. Okay. There we go. Explore Den of the Wolfmen. Let's take that. Let's quickly run through to the room. The entities of the outer dark had deceived us. Our recreation had a fatal flaw. The maelstrom it conjured was unstable, tearing the stones and trees of the island, creating gaping holes in our reality. The things that emerged did not care for our war or our survival. There was just darkness and a nameless hunger. Looks like a Cthulhu. It does indeed, yes. The tentacles. There we go. Chest. Vault Raider. Journey complete. Take the gold, take the money, take the sigil. I never put the other sigils on. Don't want any of the rest of that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Recipes. These are probably the same recipes as the other ones. Take that. And we're done. And journey Vault Raider complete. Island Raider armor claim. Done. At last. All the vaults now complete. And if I put on this sigil, use the sigil provides a person with an otherworldly trait for a while, in this case boosting their agility to coax more out of their mounts. Nice. Use. And this one, otherworldly trait is provide them health for every enemy killed. Okay, so we get a boost of health every time we kill an enemy. That's also nice. Use. So if we got the 2 Jill ones that we lost for dying, we would have the full set. So I still have to redo the Jill ones. These guys are level 19 at... Oh, they're more than halfway over. But, yep, doing well. But, we're past our time. That's going to do it for today. Thank you, every one of you. We've had a wonderful conversation. We've had too much... Some will say too much conversation tonight, because we had... What was it, 35 minutes or something like that before we actually left the base because we were just chatting. But we managed to get the 2 final vaults completed, and that's the journey step now done. So thank you one and all for everybody who's joined us tonight. Thanks for everybody in the chat. It's wonderful to see you all chatting away. It's a great community, as I keep saying. Best community on the internet. Thank you so much. Thank you for the guys who have done donations tonight. Very much appreciated. And we'll hopefully see you all back in a week's time for doing it all over again. And we might do something interesting next week. Okay, thanks everybody. See you later.